Yes, I think that most therapists think they are therapists in the literal sense, that they are actually treating something. Like when we look at the typical, whether it's what we call a phobia or people being anxious or obsessive or depressed or low self-esteem or whatever you want to you want to call it, it looks to me as if most therapists actually believe that these are issues that you can solve with techniques, like there's evidence-based treatments, so to speak. Like we'll treat your anxiety with this particular technique or this particular format, and it kind of almost presupposes that these techniques and formats have some sort of inherent power that can make us think or do or feel differently. And it's based upon the same kind of illusion that thoughts in of themselves have some sort of special sauce or format. Now, that doesn't mean that. So I mean, when people do techniques, right, and formats, not saying not to use them, but when people change, there's still usually either like some expectancy effect or some reorganization of experience or some sort of insight that emerges from the process. And I think the mistake is to attribute that to the techniques. And so my invitation for this is for people to become less technicians and and more view themselves as someone who might have a lot of artistry and organizing a context where someone's more likely to have an insight. So something else about this too. I mean, one of the things that bugged me for years when I used to be more of a technician in a sense, even though I'd already realized that techniques were not really where it was at. But even when people made dramatic changes, they would so often attribute the changes either to me or to the techniques. And that was as ego seductive as that is. It always felt wrong because it's like, yeah, the client has reorganized him or her experience. They're now driving peacefully instead of being in a homicidal rage when traffic doesn't go the way they planned. Like that's a good thing. But I may have contributed to them kind of believing that techniques or methods or other people can really make them change. So one strong benefit too, when you're clear on your framing in this way, is that clients are way less likely to project that you're some special miracle worker or some magical technique, you know, save them or fix them or quote unquote cure them. And that's a healthy thing.
Mhm.
And that in of itself is also something that makes it more likely that people will have more insights because they're no longer so tied to the belief that, yeah, but I need this technique or this format for change to deepen or something like that.